What's cooler than one mech destroying another? Picture this. Colonel Evelyn Panfili of House Mercs 11th Atrian Dragoons fires a salvo of LRMs from her archer, tearing into the stinger of mercenary Captain Joel Williams of Smithon's Chinese bandits. One ammo explosion later and the battlefield has completely changed. That's BattleTech. Explosive combat, rich lore, and stories that stick with you. But to tell you your story, whether in Classic or Alpha Strike, you want to pick a side. So the question is, which faction will you fight for? The Great Houses. House Davian, the Federated Sons. Davian prides itself on honor and noble warfare. Their mech warriors often see themselves as knights on a crusade. Think of it, gleaming machines charging into battle, banners flying, fighting for justice and unity. Of course, their enemies might just call that arrogance, but if you want to be the noble knight of the inner sphere, Davian is waiting. House Kurita, the Draconis Combine. Now imagine a society shaped by the strict discipline of Bushido. Service to the coordinator above all else. That's Kurita. They're feared across the sphere. Ruthless to their enemies, but absolutely loyal to their own. To fight for Kurita is to fight with discipline, tradition, and honor. House Steiner, the Lyran Commonwealth. On the other hand, if subtlety isn't your style, Steiner is the hammer. Their industrial might and wealth mean they can field some of the heaviest, most expensive mechs in existence. House Steiner believes in big mechs with big guns, and absolutely no regard for heat efficiency. If you enjoy alpha striking once, shutting down, and praying the enemy doesn't notice, Steiner is perfect for you. House Merc, the Free World League. Merc is a patchwork of cultures and politics, often fractious, but always resourceful. You never know exactly what mix of units you'll face when fighting Merc, but you can count on them being adaptable and inventive. If you enjoy flexibility and a little chaos, Merc has a spot for you. House Liao, the Capellan Confederation. Once brought to the brink of destruction, the Confederation clawed its way back with resilience, political cunning, and ruthless efficiency. For centuries, rivals have dismissed them, but Liao always finds a way to survive. If you like the idea of defying the odds and turning weakness into strength, this might be your home. The Clans. While the Inner Sphere fought among itself, far beyond the Periphery, the descendants of Kerensky prepared for war. The Clans. Genetically engineered warriors wielding cutting-edge technology, bred for conquest. In 3050, 4 clans led the charge into the Inner Sphere. Clan Wolf. Clan Wolf was the most balanced, cunning, pragmatic, and highly effective. They weren't weighed down by zealotry, but they weren't weak either. If you want to walk the line between ferocity and strategy, Wolf is your clan. Clan Jade Falcon. Jade Falcon was the opposite. Zealots of tradition, uncompromising and utterly ruthless. To them, conquest wasn't just war, it was destiny. If you want to embody pure martial pride and aggression, join the Falcons. Clan Ghost Bear. The Ghost Bears fought with the discipline of family. Stoic, loyal, and ferocious in battle, they valued bonds above all else. If loyalty and strength call to you, the Ghost Bears are your home. Clan Smoke Jaguar. And then came the Smoke Jaguars. The terror of the invasion. Brutal, merciless, and relentless, they lived to crush their enemies completely. If overwhelming force and savagery are your style, the Jaguars are your calling. The Minor Factions. Not every story happens in the heart of the Inner Sphere. Beyond the borders lie the Periphery states. Stubborn, strange, and sometimes savage. The Taurian Concordat. The Taurians are defiant to the core, suspicious of outsiders, proud of their independence, and never afraid to punch above their weight. They might lack the fancy toys of the great houses, but they make up for it in grit and loyalty. The Marian Hegemony. Then there's the Marian Hegemony. Think ancient Rome reborn among the stars, Caesar's legions, and a society built around martial strength. They're ambitious, disciplined, and dangerous. Always hungry to expand their reach. The Tortuga Dominions. And let's not forget the Tortuga Dominions. Space pirates who decided raiding wasn't enough, so they built a pirate kingdom. Brutal, lawless and unpredictable, the Dominions thrive on chaos. If you want to play the outlaw, this is where you belong. The mercenaries. Of course, some don't pledge. Attention, citizens of the Ionosphere. This broadcast is now under the protection of Comstar. Please remain calm as we remind you who truly safeguards humanity's future. While the houses squabble and the clans invade, only Comstar preserves the most sacred trust, the Hyperspulse Generator Network. Without us, your messages don't get sent, your orders don't arrive, your worlds fall silent. We are not conquerors, we are guardians of knowledge, neutral, impartial, ever watchful. And when the time comes, we alone have the strength to defend humanity, as we proved on Tukayit. Trust Comstar, for blessed Blake watches over us all. Well, that was weird. Anyway, where were we? Ah, yes, mercenary units. Of course, some don't pledge loyalty to nations or clans. They fight for pay, for glory, or for survival. The Cowhounds. The Cowhounds are legends, famous for uncanny instincts and razor-sharp tactics. Their reputation is one of honor, loyalty, and victories pulled from the jaws of defeat. Wolf's Dragoons. Wolf's Dragoons are the gold standard. Elite, mysterious, and feared. No mercenary unit commands more respect. To their enemies, they're unstoppable. To their employers, they're priceless. The Great Death Legion. The Great Death Legion rose from nothing to glory, becoming heroes with their discovery of the Helm Memory Core. Cunning and resilient, they embody the underdog spirit that defines BattleTech. McCarran's Armored Cavalry. And then there's the Big Mech, McCarran's Armored Cavalry. Loyal to House Liao, but still mercenaries. They're one of the heaviest, hardest hitting units around. Professional, dangerous, and proud of it. So, will you fight for a great house? Join the invading clans? Carve out a path in the Periphery? Or march under the banner of a mercenary command? The Ionosphere has a place for every warrior. The only question is, who will you fight for? Drop your allegiance in the comments and don't forget to subscribe for more BattleTech content. And please, do tap that little appreciation button if you like what I'm trying to do. Keep your heat levels low and your autocannons loaded. Until next time, Mech Warrior.